Hey guys, IceWire here, and today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. So, in case I haven't made this very apparent on the channel before, I happen to like RPGs. More specifically, I have been introduced to the world of tabletop RPGs within the last year or so. I'm a big fan of Critical Role, specifically the Mighty 9 season that's going right now. And if you're wondering who my favourite character from that is, it's a tie between Jester and Caleb. I also played my first D&D campaign last year. I played as a Dragonborn paladin named Nax Cancriff, which you can check him out right there. He's pretty badass. I love him. He is my son. God, I love that dragon boy. He's the best. Point is, I am new to the tabletop stuff, and I came across a fun little challenge which was created by Brizzy Voices, and that is turning yourself into a D&D character. How it works is you use the website D&D Beyond, come up with your own stats, and basically you fill out your own Dungeons & Dragons character sheet based off of yourself and what you feel would be your character. And there's also some dice rolling, so there's going to be some fuckiness. That is what we're doing today, so without further ado, let's get right into it. I'm also wearing a lack of sleeves for this video to channel my Lord and Saviour, Marisha Ray, because sleeves are bullshit. Here we are on D&D Beyond, and first off, character name. Now that's my username on D&D Beyond, so I'm just going to simply call myself Ice. That is me on the internet. My real name is Holly, but I go by Ice, so why not? Oh, I could get really spicy here for a sec. Oh yeah, let's go with that. So we're just going to turn on all of these sources so that we have a lot of things to pick and choose from. So we've got the homebrew stuff, the Critical Role stuff, pretty much everything has been switched on. Now we're going to ignore all of the stuff down here because, I mean, we're not really focusing on that right now. It's not important. So you can choose a portrait for your character, and given the fact that it is me, I have to find a photo of me. Okay. Alright. There we go. When it loads, we got a little photo of me. So let's go on to the next thing. Now, what race would I feel like I'd be? Man. I mean, if we were going to go super realistic, we would just go with, like, human, but where's the fun in that? Now, for what race I'm going to be, I think I am going to go with half-elf. So half-elves combine what some say are the best qualities of their elf and human parents. Half-elves share the chaotic bend of their elven heritage. They value both personal freedom and creative expression, demonstrating neither love of leaders nor desire for followers. They chafe at rules, resent others' demands, and sometimes prove unreliable or at least unpredictable. If that ain't me, I don't know what is. So, how does this relate to me? Well, let's see. I like my freedom. I like being able to express myself creatively. I find that really important, like not only just with YouTube or whatever, but just in my hobbies. And I'm also kind of reluctant when it comes to things people ask me to do or demand me to do, as well as being a little bit unpredictable with whether I'll do something or not. So we're gonna go with half-elf because I'm problematic. So I have dark vision thanks to my elven blood. I have superior vision in the dark and dim conditions. So that's pretty cool. I'm pretty good at seeing in the dark because my bedroom is always dark. I never have the lights on. You see with the lights on right now, it's nighttime. This is not the case when I am doing things on my own that don't involve recording. I'm always in the dark. I'm very attuned to the dark. Fey Ancestry is another one that I have. You have advantage on saving throws against being charmed, and magic can't put you to sleep. I feel it. As someone that has trouble going to sleep, I feel that. So we gain some proficiency in 2 skills of my choice. Now I'm going to go with animal handling because I love animals. I love them a bunch. Puppies, kittens, foals, lambs, calves, you name it. I like it. They're just all so cute. And growing up, I used to live on a farm, so, you know, it kind of fits. And the next one I will say will be, I'm going to go survival. I have some good survival skills. I prepare for the worst, and I think the worst is going to happen, and I prepare myself for that, so I'm pleasantly surprised when something good happens. That's healthy. But you know, I have a strong sense of survival. I put myself and people I care about first. And yeah, I'd say that fits. I've had to adapt to a lot of things over the years, so you know, I feel like survival is a good skill that I would have. So, moving on. Class. So we have all of these classes available, including a couple of Critical Role ones, which is cool. Now, what would I be? Now, I know which one I would immediately go to, and that would be the Ranger. So, a warrior who combats threats on the edges of civilization. Now, the reason that I pick Ranger is because I don't know, I've always leaned towards those builds when it comes to like characters I play in any RPG. I tend to go for the more, you know, sort of stabby, then run away and shoot arrows at things from a distance, or just straight up stealth. I'm a stealth archer. I tend to go for that. And I'm also, you know, a nature lover. I like to go out into the woods and stuff. Like, I find forestry really peaceful and soothing, both to look at and be immersed in, so I feel like that's kind of a natural choice. So we're gonna go with a level 5, because that's where we get the good shit. So I can choose some ranger skills to have. Now I already have animal handling as one and survival as the other, so we get to pick a couple more. So what else am I good at? I would say perception, which is kind of a contrast considering I'm autistic and I have trouble reading people's faces. But at the same time, I'm quite observant. I'm the person in the room that kind of just sits at the back and just kind of watches everybody else and takes note of how they act and what they're like as a person before I approach them in a conversation. So that's kind of why I lean towards perception. I'm gonna go stealth with my next one just because I feel like, I don't know, like I'm kind of like a mouse in some ways, you know, easily frightened, and I don't like to make too much noise, so I tend to be quite quiet when I go around places, especially in my house, so we're going stealth. Finally, let's see, I'll go with nature. I like trees. Trees are cool, and flowers are neat, so we're going with nature. Favoured enemy. Ooh. Beginning at first level, you have significant experience studying, tracking, hunting, and even talking to a certain type of enemy. Nice. Alright, so let's see. What enemy would I go towards? I don't want dragons to be my enemies because I like dragons. I like dragons. I don't want them to be my enemies. I want them to be my friends. So I'm going to go with beasts. You're particularly familiar with one type of natural environment and are adept at traveling and surviving in such regions. Alright. We're gonna go with forests. I know my forests. I've grown up around forests, so we're going with forests. At second level, you can adopt a particular style of fighting as your specialty. Ooh. Yes! Oh yeah, archery. Fuck yeah. I actually know how to use a bow pretty well. I used to do archery in high school, so I'm excited about that. Alright, so these are our ability scores. So this is where things are gonna get a little interesting. So if you're unfamiliar with how D&D works, this is the numbers that you can pick and choose from, and you usually have to assign, for example, 10 for strength or 13 for dexterity. And, you know, the higher it is, the better that you are. But we're not going to be doing it the normal way. We're going to be chucking these bad boys in manually and whipping out the dice. Now, usually you're supposed to use a couple of d6s for this, but I don't actually have more than one d6. So I'm using a d6 and this little bad boy, whose name I cannot remember. Triangle boy. We're using that. Alright, so I'm going to be using my phone so you can see what the hell I am doing. So here we go. So that's a 1 and 3, so that's 4. And we're going to do this a couple of times so we can add it up. So this is the strength going first. Oh god. 1 and another 4. So it's 8. So I have 8 strength. So it's pretty accurate. So put in 8 strength. And next up is the dexterity. God help me, that's like my worst thing. Okay, 6 and a 2, so that's 8. And 1 more. Oh god, that's cucked. 14 dexterity. Okay, I'm an agile bitch. Okay, next up is the constitution. Let's have a go. 3 and 4. Okay, 7. Alright, 7. And 14. Okay. Random, but alright. Whatever the dice say, we will go with that. Because the dice are never wrong. 9 intelligence. I love how, like, my special ability scores or whatever, or, like, things I'm proficient in that I picked before were like, oh, intelligence, that's my strongest thing. Yet this completely contradicts that. Next up, wisdom. 4, 5. 11 wisdom. Okay, that's not too bad. That's pretty average. Now charisma. Let's see where we go from here. 3, 5, 8. Oh my god, that nearly fell off. 14 charisma. Okay. Unexpected. I was expecting a lower number just with my luck, but no, apparently I'm quite the charismatic gal. So these are all me stats, as you can see here. It is something. I knew I wouldn't get a good strength score purely because I am the weakest woman I know in real life. So let's see, my background. What would my background be? You know, I'm gonna be a really edgy bitch for a second here, and I'm gonna go haunted one. Why haunted? Because my decisions and experiences I had in high school still haunt me to this day when I'm trying to go to bed at 3 AM and then I suddenly think on some embarrassing thing that I did in my high school years and then I cannot sleep. So that's why I'm haunted. No blood-curdling nightmares or demonic whispers, just embarrassing memories. Heart of darkness. Those who look into your eyes can see that you've faced unimaginable horror and you are no stranger to darkness. If that ain't the edgiest thing you've heard, I don't know what is, but we're going with it. Alright, suggested characteristics. I do not run from evil. Evil runs from me. Well, that's a fucking lie. I would run the fuck out of there. I spend money freely and live life to the fullest knowing tomorrow I might die. Yeah, we'll go with that. I don't talk about the thing that torments me. I'd rather not burden others with my curse. I tend to keep things to myself, bottled up quite a lot. Like, usually I only talk to, like, my fiance about things that are bothering me. I don't, even if I have friends that reach out and be like, oh, you can talk to me about anything, I don't usually do that because I don't like being that person that makes a conversation all about them. I despise that. So that's pretty true to me. Let's see, ideals. I try to help those in need no matter what the personal cost. I tend to be overly helpful sometimes, so we'll go with that. Yeah, that's a thing. Flaws. I have certain rituals that I must follow every day. I can never break them. Now that is the most autistic thing I have heard all day, and it's definitely me. Because I'm autistic. And that is literally me every day. I have like a routine that I need to stick to, and things that I have to do exactly how I want to do them. Or else if I don't do them properly, then it's a whole thing. Now what alignments would it be? I'm going to go with chaotic good, just because that fits me. Now equipment, what would I go with? Probably just, you know, leather armor and maybe some short swords. Probably that, and an explorer's pack. And then you get a longbow and a quiver of 20 arrows. So I'm just going to chuck those bad boys in my inventory. And here we have my sheet. Alright, so Holly Icebane, the half-elf ranger. Okay, so I have a -1 modifier to my strength because I'm weak as shit. 2+ for my dexterity, 3+ for my constitution. Jesus. Okay. Nothing for intelligence and wisdom, they're just meh, average. But so much charisma. I am the most charismatic woman ever. Oh my god, I love it. And there we have it, folks. That is me as a D&D character. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just wanted to dick around and try something a little new, and I like my D&D, so I figured why the hell not give this a go. And yeah. I wouldn't call myself charismatic in real life. In fact, I think I'm kind of the opposite, but the dice have foretold. We cannot ignore the dice. But the dice have foretold, so we have to respect the dice, the RNG gods. So, you know, these little bastards have predicted my future in D&D. Have you had a go at this? Let me know how yours went down in the comments below, or just what you thought of this video in general. Do you like this kind of thing? Do you not like it? Let me know. Consider supporting me on Patreon, as it feels to grow for my content's quality and the variety and production of said content that you guys get to see all here on the channel. And of course, a massive thank you to my current patrons, of course. They are Cosmoronic, Nicholas Montoya, Caroline Richardson, Cooladora, and Kay. And if you want to see your name shouted out at the end of the video like these guys, do hop over onto Patreon and have a look around at the cool rewards on offer. Anyway, it's IceWire signing off, and I'll see you later next time on the channel. Have a lovely day / night wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!